as you can see, we are in my bed, and I've got my little doggy right here next to me. His name is Cristiano. He's always next to me. So as you can see, this is gonna be very cozy. And for today, I want to read you guys a beautiful bedtime story. I thought, why not? Bedtime stories are so cozy. They're so sleep-inducing. And this story is so great because it's full of imagery. It's full of descriptions and so many adjectives. So you're going to really be able to use your creativity and really relax you and get you all prepped up for sleep. So, get cozy. I sure am. I've got my iPad right here so I can read the story. So, this is going to be kind of like a very simple, there's a little bit of romance, I guess, but it's mainly about the imagery because it's meant for you to really just use your imagination so that you can relax and fall asleep. I've also got my chamomile right here. So if you want to go pause this video, make yourself a delicious hot cup of tea and get cozy in your bed, and let's get ready for this lovely story. And worst case scenario, this story is so boring you knock out and you fall asleep. So perfect, because the point is that you fall asleep. Okay. Alright. So I'm all cozy. Let me see. Let's get closer. Let's make it even cozier. There you go. Okay. Are you ready? I'm gonna start reading the story. So, I don't have the title of the story, but we're going to call it the Lighthouse Story. So sit back, find a comfortable seat, relax. If you want to close your eyes, I welcome you to do so. And if not, just chill. Just chill and enjoy. Okay. Alright. The mist clings to my hair as I walk the narrow path to the lighthouse. The stones beneath my boots are slick with seawater, each step echoing faintly in the quiet night. Far below, the waves breathe against the rocks, in and out, like the ocean itself is sighing. When I reach the floor, when I reach the door, not the floor, when I reach the door, I don't even have to knock. You're already there, standing in the doorway, your sweater smelling faintly of salt and cedar. Pardon my pronunciation with certain words. I was hoping you'd come, you say, and the way you look at me, I'm suddenly warmer than I should be, standing here in the cold. Inside, the air wraps around me like a blanket, the scent of rosemary, lemon peel, and something wild I can't quite name. 2 cups were waiting on the table by the window. You pour the tea slowly, the sound like rain slipping through leaves. I can't help but watch your hands. I take the first sip, and I swear, just for a moment, I forget the storm outside. But then I see it, on the shelf, that little brass box. You notice me noticing. You smile, the kind of smile that holds back more than it gives away. There's a story I've never told anyone, you murmur. Your hand brushes mine as you reach for the cup, and my breath catches because you don't pull away. You tell me about a night when the sea was all fog and shadows, and you pulled someone from the wreckage of a ship. They left you that box, locked tight. You've never been able to open it. Then you look at me. Really look. Would you help me? You ask. Dun dun dun. You place the brass box between us. It's small enough to hold in my hand, but it feels heavy, like it's holding years inside it. Your fingers rest beside mine as I trace a pattern on the lid. Waves carved in tiny, delicate lines, and the center a keyhole shaped like a star. I don't have the key, you whisper. Maybe you don't need one, I say. I press my thumbs gently against the edges, and to both our surprise, the lid gives. It opens with a sigh, as if it was only waiting for me. Inside, there is nothing at first glance, just a folded scrap of paper. I unfold it. The writing is faded, almost gone, but I can still read the words. For the one who finds me again when the sea has finished keeping us apart. My throat tightens. Who wrote this? I ask. Your gaze meets mine, steady, searching. I don't know, you say softly, but I think maybe it wasn't meant for them. I realize you're still holding my hand. Neither of us lets go. Outside, the lighthouse beam sweeps the dark horizon, and I feel, deep down, that the sea hasn't finished keeping all its promises. We don't speak for a while. The brass box sits between us, the paper resting in my palm. Your fingers still slightly curled around mine. The kettle hums on the stove again, but neither of us bothers to refill the cups. I glance toward the window. The storm has softened into a silver mist, the sea moving slow, rolling waves, as if it's still listening. Walk with me, you say. We step outside, the air cool and damp. The stones of the lighthouse steps are slick, and you keep your hand at the small of my back, guiding me carefully down the path. The wind carries the faint scent of salt and wild thyme from the cliffs. Below, the ocean churns in a low, steady heartbeat. Hold on, I just gotta move because I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable. Okay. When we reach the edge, the moon lays a silver path across the water. I swear it looks like it leads somewhere. You stand beside me, close enough that I can feel your warmth through the mist. Your voice is low when you say, "I don't know who left that note, but something tells me it was meant to be found tonight." I turn toward you. Your eyes, they look just like the sea in moonlight. Endless, shifting, and quietly full of secrets. The waves crash, then retreat, and the pool back. And in the pool back, I hear something, a soft sound, almost like a whisper. You hear it too. We both look down. At our feet, tangled in a scrap of seaweed, is a small silver key. You bend to pick it up, but before you do, you glance at me and smile. The kind of smile that feels like an invitation. We walk back to the lighthouse slowly, our steps matching in the rhythm of the waves. The silver key rests in your hand. It's warm, as if it's been waiting for you all this time. Inside, the kettle still hums softly on the stove, but the air feels different now. Charged, expectant. You set the key beside the brass box. We both stand there for a moment. The only sound the faint ticking of the old clock on the wall. "Will you?" you ask. I nod. My fingers brush yours as I take the key. It slides into the star-shaped lock perfectly and turns with a quiet click. The lid lifts. Inside, there's a single object, a pendant shaped like a compass, but instead of pointing north, its needle turns slowly in a circle, then stops, pointing straight at you. There's something else too, a folded page, brittle with age. You unfold it carefully. The writing is still clear, as if the ink refused to fade. To the one the sea chose, follow where the heart points, and you will find me again. You look at me, not at the pendant, not at the note, at me. The lighthouse lamp turned overhead, coasting, casting golden light over your face. "I think," you say softly, "it doesn't just point to the person who saved you. It points to the person you're meant to save." I feel your hand find mine, warm, steady, certain. And outside, far below, the waves crash in applause. We don't wait until morning. The night feels alive, the kind of night that carries you forward whether you're ready or not. You pull on your weathered coat. I wrap my scarf tighter, and together we head to the small boat bobbing at the base of the cliff. The air is cool, filled with the scent of salt and drifting wood smoke from somewhere far along the shore. The sea is calm enough to row, but there's a pulse to it tonight, as if it's guiding us. The compass pendant rests in my palm, its needle trembling, then holding steady towards the horizon. We row in silence for a while, only the creak of the oars, the soft splash of water, and the distant call of a night gull break the stillness. Then it happens. A low mist rolls over the surface, and shapes begin to emerge. An island, small, hidden, one that doesn't appear on any map. We beach the boat on a narrow strip of sand. The moment my feet touch the shore, the compass needle spins wildly, then stops, pointing toward a break in the rocks. We slip inside, and there, lit by pale moonlight through a crack above, a small stone alcove. In the center, a chest, not brass this time, but wood bound with tarnished silver bands. You kneel, fingers brushing its surface like you're afraid it will vanish. The lock is already open. Inside, wrapped in oilcloth, is a journal, and on its first page, in the same unmistakable handwriting as the note we found, are the words, "If you are reading this, you have found what I could not finish, and you have found each other." I look at you, and for the first time since we met, I realize the story we're following isn't just theirs, it's ours now. Oh, there's a plane, guys. There's a plane. You close the journal, and I feel your hand take mine, firm and certain. Behind us, the sea waits patiently, like it knows we'll be coming back. You place the journal on the table between us. The brass box, the silver key, the compass pendant, all of it sits there like pieces of a puzzle we've been unknowingly building together. Your fingers brush mine as you open the cover. The pages smell faintly of salt and lavender, and the ink glistens faintly, like it was written only yesterday. The first lines make my heart stop. To the two who will come for this together, I have waited for you. But you look at me, startled. But I keep reading. We have met before, though not in this life. Once, long ago, when the lighthouse was new and the sea took more than it gave. We were lovers then, and the sea, jealous, wild, tore us apart. I made a promise to find you again. My breath catches. The words feel like they're speaking directly to my bones. The next lines are worse or better. I can't tell. I am you, and you are me. Two souls caught in the same tide, meeting again and again until the sea releases us. The hairs on my arms rise. Your hand tightens around mine. And in that moment, the lighthouse lamp sweeps past the window, but instead of its usual warm glow, a blue light spills across the room. We turn. Outside, the sea is glowing. sun, they look up at the lighthouse, at us, and then they smile. The same smile I've seen on your face, the same smile you've seen on mine. We watch as they take each other's hands, and with a final step forward, their forms dissolve into the light, which rises, shimmers, and then seeps into us. The compass pendant on the table spins wildly, then stops dead, pointing nowhere. Or maybe pointing home. You look at me. No words. But I know the sea has finally kept its promise. The end. If you made it this far, congratulations. If not, hopefully you got so bored you knocked out and fell asleep. I thought that was so beautiful. I was a little confused, I will admit. But I don't know about you guys, maybe for me because I was reading it, I had the most wonderful visuals reading this. I'm actually quite sleepy. I mean, I've got little sleepy eyes. I'm gonna take a little sip of my tea. Alright, you guys, I think that's my little bedtime story. I kinda like this. I would love